Hello, we are live now.
Awesome. Hey everyone, this is Xibei from DoraHacks. Very happy to host today's ETH Research Grant Round 3 candidates demo sessions. For those who don't know DoraHacks quite well enough yet, we are the world's largest multi-chain hackathon provider and developer incentive platform. The ETH Research Grant is one of DoraHacks initiatives that aims to fund brilliant researchers and early stage projects in the Ethereum ecosystem. We've already successfully completed 2 rounds previously, and this is the 3rd round. It's a long-term grant, which means that the submission portal is open 24/7. So if you want to join the ETH Research Grant, you can submit your project anytime you want on our website, DoraHacks.io, and we will conduct the project selection and grant distribution on a monthly basis. So yeah, that's a bit of background of the ETH Research Grant. Today, we've got 3 selected amazing teams joining us to give us a demo session. They are DeSiC Protocol, Spot on-chain, and ZK Blind. For the audience, please feel free to share any questions that you may have during the demo session in the Binance live chat room, and I will make sure to ask them to the teams for you. So without further ado, let's welcome the first team, DeSiC Protocol, to present. Welcome, guys.
Hello guys, I'm Ray from DeSiC Protocol. I'm in charge of BD, and I'm going to share about DeSiC Protocol today. DeSiC Protocol is a blockchain agnostic multi-sig solution. It helps enhance a trustless ecosystem with two-factor authentication and social recovery. Is designed to provide a smooth and user-friendly multi-sig experience to both Web3 novices and experts, whether as individuals, teams, or DAOs. And to explain about DeSiC, I'm going to explain a little bit first about the traditional multi-sig landscape at the moment. So for a normal multi-sig, let's say a Genesis-safe multi-sig, for example, is going to be a shared wallet, which required multiple keys to authorize a transaction. A TLF and multi-sig wallet will need at least T signatures to consent and process a transaction. And the traditional multi-sig is based on smart contracts. They need smart contracts to be able to encode the transactions, and all these integrations that a multi-sig wallet needs to know to interact with anything on chain at all must rely really heavily on developer knowledge. So it's really ad hoc, time consuming, and very unscalable. So imagine that you're building a multi-sig on one chain and you want to bring that to another chain. That means you will have to rewrite your whole smart contract. This is why models like Genesis Safe cannot be scalable, and they are currently locking $1.8 billion in unscalable multi-sig infrastructures. This is also why DeSiC decided to build a multi-sig that is based on a whole new novel approach. Now we come to threshold signature scheme. This is what DeSiC is building the multi-sig on. This is actually a term that that has been studied by Binance, by ING, by Coinbase. All of these big institutions have already studied a lot about threshold signature scheme, but there hasn't really got something created for the consumer out of this. It was basically mostly just theory, and DeSiC is basically a solution that is created on threshold signature scheme and multi-party computation. So what is different about DeSiC? The first thing is DeSiC is smart contractless. We don't use a smart contract in our code in order to remove completely that bottleneck. And because there is no smart contract, DeSiC developed itself in a trustless environment, and we remove all risks of being exploited, of being hacked, of everything that a user might get while using a smart contract. And because of this, we are also blockchain agnostic. We are universal. We can just go on any chain, we can deploy on anywhere, either on, let's say, on Solana, on Sui, on Aptos, or on Cosmos, or on Phantom. Those are all the chains that we can deploy on if we want to. And we also have that natural scalability because on chain, there are no differences between the combined signature and the signature produced by DSIG master key. So we look just like a single sig wallet. And therefore, we can fully work with all current D apps because all D apps are built to be compatible with a certain type of single sig wallet. We also offer a very special thing for DAOs, which is the zero fee mechanism. Because we have no on chain actions, therefore, no fee is counted except for the final transaction fee. So imagine if you have a DAO of 1,000 or 2,000 people, you cannot just add those people into one traditional multisig because whenever you have a proposal that you need to ask people opinion on, for example, you will need at least 500 signatures to know that if this proposal can go through or not. And before you even know if that proposal can go through or not, you already lose 500 times the fee, the network fee that is required for every signers when they sign a transaction on chain. But for DSIG, these fees doesn't exist. We don't cost anything during the approval process and only cost the final transaction fee. This creates a whole new way for decentralized government, uh, in both term of financial and also in other ways of governing organization. We also offer privacy. The transaction can be optionally private by either being exposed to the public or not. So these are the main points that DSIG offer to our users. For the applications, DSIG offer three groups of users. The first group are DAOs people. So I've already talked about the zero fee mechanism. The second thing that we offer is that many DAOs that I know, they work on multi-chain. Their members come from different chains and they actually have to choose one or two chains that they work on. But for DSIG, you don't have to choose. You can just come from any chain that you are still on, and you can still participate in DAO governance without having to switch chains, having to learn another chain. And we also offer full D apps compatibility. For enterprises, we offer the multi-sig mechanism. We offer an upgradable wallet that is basically just like a normal single sig wallet, but you can use that for organizations. We also offer autonomous treasury, which you can use as, let's say, to pay salary for your employees each month, for example. And we also offer privacy preserving e-voting. For individuals, we have two-factor authentication, social lock-in, password recovery. This is also based on your own favorite social account. You can use your Gmail, you can use all the other social accounts that you have, Twitter, Discord, Reddit, etc. And we also offer suspicious detection. So like whenever you interact with something that might seem suspicious, that might seem scammy, we will show an alert for you. And for DSIG journey, we are going to have three parts. The first is the library. We start as an SDK that can help other projects to build their own native multi-sig functionality within their D apps, or we can help layer ones to offer infrastructure to other D apps that want to build a multi-sig within their ecosystem. And in order to let people know what this SDK can do, we create the wallet, which is DSIG. For the wallet, every functions that I mentioned before will be inside of that wallet, and we will focus a lot on user experience, monetize our solution, and build the community. And the final step in our journey is to create a whole ecosystem around DeSig. So we will open the infrastructure for people to join, either as validators or contributors. So everybody will not just stop at being users. At that time, the project will be powered by the community, and we will build the project also for the community. And next, I will show a video demo of DSIG. So this is how you create a DSIG account. First, you enter your username, and then you click continue and you enter your password. You will need to create a safe password, and then you click confirm, and you can use that password to log into your wallet. And now you have a wallet. Now you would want to create a multi-sig with another people, and uh, in this example, first I'll show the backup process. Also, you link your wallet with your social account, and then when you lose your password, for example, you can just recover your wallet from this social account really easily. Now to create a multi-sig, you would choose the threshold first, then you enter the member name, then you click create. After you have created the multisig, you can see the name of the multisig at the multisig tab. Now let's try to swap. Um, I'm going to send to 0.001 ETH to a wallet. When I press approve, the approval process will be sent to the other member within the multisig. And when that person submit, the transaction goes through. And basically, that's how to make a transaction on DSIG. This demo video also conclude my presentation. So if you guys have any questions for me, please feel free to ask.
Perfect. Thanks, Ray. Thanks for sharing your project with us. I don't see any questions coming in from the audience, but one question from me would be, what do you think is the biggest challenge for the DISIC team at the moment, and how do you guys plan to overcome it?
The biggest challenge for DSIG right now, I think, will be there are a lot of challenges actually. First thing is that users, they are not really like Web3 users in general. They are not really interested in difficult technology terms, and to really educate people about threshold signature scheme, which is something that already exists for quite a long time, but without people knowledge, we will need to put in a lot of effort. And we are already planning um, quite a few series of blogs and possibly podcasts or Twitter space to really get people to understand what threshold signature scheme is, what multi-party computation is, and why it's better than the current multi-sig solution that we have right now. The second thing that I think is a challenge is we have a lot of new tech coming out, and the one of the biggest name that we're hearing right now is account abstraction, which basically brings quite the same result with DSIG, but has a totally different approach. So for DSIG, we remove the smart contract from the process, but for account abstraction, it turns the wallet itself into a smart contract. So they are called smart contract wallets. I think the main difference here will be if people want to choose to rely on smart contract and believe that the devs working behind the smart contract can make sure that they are safe, make sure that they are unexploitable, or they can trust in DeSig with our new approach, with our new wallet, and give it a try. So those are the main challenges that I think DeSig will have to overcome in the future. And it all comes down for me to user knowledge and user preference.
Thanks, Ray. Yeah, I think it's kind of like a balance between safety and scalability. I think you guys are doing multi-sig application off-chain, so it's smart contractless. This gives you guys a I don't know. I think it's a stronger ability to reach wider users. That's my opinion, and I hope the best for your team to reach more users.
Thank you, Sibei. I actually need to correct that a little bit because only the key splitting process is off chain, but
Yeah,
everything else we keep that on chain on a
yeah,
decentralized a decentralized network. So like we still keep that security, basically a cold wallet level security, but we offer the hot wallet ease of use.
perfect. Thanks a lot for elaborating more on that.
Thank you, Sibei.
I don't think there are more questions coming from the audience. So I think that's it for DISIC team. We will move on to the second team, which is Spot on Chain. Vicky, the stage is yours. Feel free
Hi
to start.
guys. Hi guys. Give me 1 second. I present my screen, and in the meantime, if you see me clear, you hear me clear, please give me number one in the chat so that I know everything is going on well. Okay, share screen. Okay, so first of all, thank you for having us on the stage today. Our big pleasure. And we are Spot on Chain from Ambrose Technology. Our core mission is to make new technology accessible and useful to everybody. And that leads to our core product today. We want to make on-chain data analytics very accessible, very easy to use for crypto traders at all level. Every day we open our trading and we will question what can we do, why are there so many massive information, confusing data. And I think not only the beginners but also traders, senior one, will find themselves lost in the process. And that and a lot of analytics tool happening. I mean, they are nonsense as class. There's a lot of them, but it's not easy to use them. It requires certain skill and a lot of time to keep track of all those tools at the same time to be able to have some actionable insight. And that's keep bugging our team. And our team is the core, senior engineers from Facebook and Google. We form the team of 30 people all around the world. And I'm from the Netherlands today. So we built a couple of successful projects in the past. And now we are with Spot on Chain with the mission to make on-chain data analytics very accessible and useful to everyone. So my presentation would be completely full on our website, real walkthrough. We show you how it works because our product is like 80% ready. We are in closed beta phase right now. So we can show you the real product. Let's start with the actionable on-chain signal. Okay, here's our landing page. We click launch here. All right, so let's start with beginner's problem. Every day, people tell you to follow smart trader, to follow the whales, the big fund, what they do, but they don't tell you how. And even if you know how, you would have a long list of label wallet address to keep track of, and that would be too time consuming and too much data to control at one time. So here is our daily updated, readily processed on-chain signal, and all you need to do is just read through it. You see block tower capital, clear out RSR, they are selling, this one is selling, smart trader, accumulating. what token, what amounts, what they are still having in their balance at the time. Let's take an example of this one, the optimism. So we detect this morning, 3 a.m., 31st of May, Block Tower Capital. Oh, I'm sorry, here, 7 a.m. So someone moved out millions of optimism amidst a massive token unlock. And if you click on here, you can see pretty much. Let's take this one so that we can see a map, all right? We open that. This is our newsfeed. You click read more to see details, and then you click on open here to see the real visualizer. I would deep dive into this feature later on, but just a quick look, and you click on exchange overview. You can see what they are doing here. They buy in, sell out at what price point, they gain, the unrealized gain, what is the token flow look like. And if we look, let me check the optimism price today. Okay, so I didn't know that they dropped this much. So yeah, if you read this signal on spot on chain this early morning, you might make the decision to sell, and I believe that's a good decision. And there's a lot of signal like this updated hourly, and it is made successful by our AI power bot together with an elite data analysis team, so that we keep the on-chain data, readily processed, so that you don't need to do much. You just need to read and get the insights and choose which one to make action on. So that is our actionable on-chain signal, what VC, what smart trader are doing. Oh yes, and here just next to the new news feed, you will see a specific section for smart trader, which token, profit, how much they made, and then you can just click on them to see their history, what did they do, also visualizer, the related signal. Everything is made in one very user-friendly interface for you. And this leads to the next feature I want to show, that is the AI Power Smart Alert. So alert is everywhere, right? You can find it pretty much everywhere, but you would have to configure it. It would take times to put input, to enter the token, the information. There's something need to configure before you can get the alert. But with us, you should need to click set the alert. This one is on a incognito web browser, so I didn't have my wallet connected, but if I do, then it's already set on. And then let me show you this. Then I will connect to my real account. I have been using it for 1 month, and then I can let me see here, like example of this one. I click set alert. I care about Lido. I create, and then that's it. It's already in my alert. Or I just I care about optimism today. I click on the token. I want to see more on what happened with this token. It leads me to this detail page. I can have a very good view of everything is happening. And then I click set alert, and then just done like that. One thing to mention is when I click an alert, the amount of the value of the transaction to be alerted would be designed by our AI power bot, which based on a lot of factors. You can make a custom amount yourself, but if you don't want to, you are lazy, then just leave it on us. If you click here on the alerts tab, you can see pretty much everything. You can just remove something or adding new things. Visit alert method, you can choose through our app, our Telegram channel, or directly to our email, to your email. So it's very easy to customize your private channel of smart trade alert transaction. Okay, let's come back to one thing. You can quickly search here some KOL. Let's see, Justin Sun. or let's say a winter mood trading, or jump trading, or anyone you like. And then you can also go to that account and set an alert too. There's a lot of ways to set alert. We make the system really flexible and agile for you to use. Coming back to the next, I'm sorry. Here. And the last and also our most proudest feature is the multi-chain token visualizer, the only one in the market so far with a P&L analysis. So what does this mean? We are a company with a core multi-chain infrastructure capability. So our products always have this, unique point. And if we click on, let's see this again, I come back to our landing page. Just scrolling down, I choose something. Yeah, the smart trader. We click more. Let's see what happened. So the exchange overview. So if you click on this one, you can see on the transaction happen with the wallet. But this exchange overview, our system filter out only the interaction with the CX and DX. So you can really see how much money that smart trader is making. This one, he has a 3-round complete trading cycle successful with ETH. So you can easily see on the chart. And I will copy this address. I will show you how to do the visualizer yourself. You can click on visualizer. Okay, I need to connect again. Sorry. Here. You can enter the address. Then it will show some token. You can show multiple token at one time. Let me choose an example with multiple token. Okay. This one, I make something with sheep and PP, and I will click visualize. I choose sheep, PP, ETH, and I will build it. It will take some time if there's so many transactions within one wallet, but it will come out. And in the meantime, I want to show you. Okay, it's coming here. You can filter out. You can choose which token you want to see in this visualizer. You can choose the chain, the time, what time period you like to filter out, what amount, and then, okay. A bit time consuming. Let me see if I can, sometimes these smart trader, they make a lot of transaction and it's a bit too much for the system to load, but we are improving the speed every day. Let me come back to this one. I think you can choose. There's only one token. You cannot filter, but yeah. I guess during the limit time of this demo, we cannot see that big transaction on the other wallet. But you can see already here. You can expand the map, and when you click on each wallet, if some end of the map is an unclear address, you can click to expand it. So this is actually not a multi-chain, but also an interactive map, so that you can deep dive to see wherever the token flow go. Back to the presentation, one important thing is this whole thing is mobile friendly. We integrated into a mobile app with a multi-chain wallet, and what we want to do with it is that we will streamline, trader experience every day. You wake up, you go to the app, you see a lot of already on-chain signal the bot make for you, the team make for you. You see something that you like, you decide to take action on it, and just a click, and then everything is done. So very easy and very simple for everyone. I think that concludes my presentation, and I would appreciate any question.
Awesome, Vicky. Thanks a lot for sharing your project. It's a great presentation. One question from me would be, I've seen that you've already built so many great features on Spot on Chain. I'm wondering for the next 6 months or like for the next year, what the roadmap for Spot on Chain will be like. Are there any plans to expand the tool's functionality or like add new features to even better help users interpret the data?
Yes, for sure. I do believe there's a great potential in on-chain data analytics and making it accessible to the world because, crypto market is still so potential and the population, the market size is still growing every day. So in June, we moved from closed beta to open beta. In July, I think our mobile version would be ready to launch. And in the meantime, we already talked to many other analytics partner, crypto trading community. We want to stay very close with the community in on the country that crypto and blockchain is growing very fast, like Southeast Asia, South America, US. So that I think there's a lot of things we can do with this one. In the past, we make a paper that investigate on a project, because transparency is so important in this world. And sometimes user, in theory, blockchain technology should make everything transparent, but how to get to reach to that transparency is not a simple issue at all. And users, the community needs someone like us to help them to investigate, to use our tool to really invade on what is happening with the project, with the token, and then they can gain some confidence with their trading and investment decision. And also project themselves can partner with us to prove their development process, their operation. So this is a channel to make the on-chain data transparent, really transparent and usable and adding value to every one of the stakeholders in the crypto trading scenario. So we first will have to launch our mobile app, and the platform needs improve feature, and then in the third and fourth quarter of 2023, we will develop more with partners from project perspective and also analytics one.
Perfect. Thanks a lot. It sounds really promising. I'm really looking forward to what Spot on Chain can bring for the next year. I've seen there are some questions coming in the chat room. So there are audience asking, can I track a specific wallet on Spot on Chain? And can I scan a wallet on multi-chain?
Of course, that is the whole point of the platform. You can do anything, bro. Just click here, Spot on Chain. I will come back from the landing page, spotonchain.ai. You can get to that right now. Okay, and then click launch. And then right here, you see the visualizer. And then you connect your wallet. And then you paste the wallet address, just like me here. Here. Let's choose one wallet, and then click next. Any wallet, not just the smart trader or the one in our system, any wallet. And you click on the token you like and click next. Then you can visualize it. And if you visit our Twitter, I appreciate if you can give us a follow. Our Twitter already showcase a lot of results from our tool every day, the signal we make. And you can see here on how we use it, apply this tool to our trading decision. Yeah. Any other question?
Thanks, Vicky, for sharing the detailed explanation for the audience. I don't think there are more questions coming in. So thanks again, Vicky. We'll now move on to the third team, which is CK Blind. Welcome, guys. Don't forget to unmute yourself.
Sorry. Yeah, we're CK Blind. Thank you guys for having us here. It's an honor to be here. We formed our team a few weeks ago in Thailand. So we're ZK Blind is a revolutionary platform that enables truly anonymous conversations for professions. Where does the ZK Blind name come from? So we already have an existing platform called Blind. So all the professions can use their email to get verified in that platform, then posting anonymous messages on their platform. But the problem is that they still retains your identity. So even though you know they're trying to post anonymous messages, but they still hold who you are, still know who you are. So we're trying to leverage the power of ZKP to guarantee the anonymous feature. So in order to use our ZK Blind, the process would be like, first, users send the email from their corporate account to their personal account. And second, user would download that email, contain some ETH information. And then they will need to use our script to generate a CKP. And third, they would provide their CKP and also that including the email suffix, the ETH address, and user ID, and all the other information to get validated in our website, so we can register that user. So fourth, user can log in with their ETH wallet and post truly anonymous messages. So there are some technical details about our constraints. For someone that is not familiar with the CKP, so constraints are a list of rules to make sure that these rules are met in order to generate a valid ZKP. So the first constraint is user ID is SHA-256 of the email address, because we need to hide what is the real email address. But we still need to give user ID to know who they really are, to distinguish one user from the other. So we need to give the user ID. So the user ID is now generated by SHA-256 hash, but it's not as secure. So if a hacker knows a list of all the emails working for a corporation, he can do SHA-256 to all the email address, then would know who is the real email address behind the ID. So we do have a plan to improve that in the future by introducing a MPC, so multiple trusted party, and a user can request a partial of their user ID, then construct the whole user ID on their own client. So that way, user is only one that knows what is the relationship between the user ID and the email address. The second constraint is user email is the sender in the email. So we have the email plain text as input, and also the email address as private input in the circuit. So we need to make sure that email is the sender in the email. Constraint 3 is user email address suffix is indeed the suffix of the user email. So the suffix is public information, and the user email address is a private input. So we need to have some constraints on that. And constraint 4 is user signature of the ETH address in the email is valid. So inside the email body, we have the ETH address and also the signature. We don't want to allow any user to bind their email account to any random ETH address. We want them only bind to an ETH address that they own. So we want to make sure that they have signed it in their body and the signature is valid. Constraint 5 is user ETH address and signature is the only email body. This is to prevent a phishing attack. So hacker could put the email address and signature inside the email and send the email to you. Then you would reply and contains that information. So the hacker could use that email to register. We don't want that to happen. So we want to make sure that those two information are the only thing in the email body. And constraint 6 is verify that the email DKIM signature is valid. The DKIM signature is a signature that's being signed by the email server every time a valid email is being sent out. So in our circuit, we have to make sure that DKIM signature is indeed valid to filter out this forged emails. So next one is for demo. So we have, this is the email that I constructed. This is my ETH address, and this part is the signature of this message, and signed by the private key of this ETH address. And we use this information and from pretending that this is my corporate account, and use my corporate account to send it to my private account. So here we received this email, and then we can download it, download message. So we already have the download message, download email right here. This is whole email look like in plain text. In our code, the script we need to run is to parse the email and to generate the CKP, because we still have some performance issues to tackle in order to have them run in our web app front end. So right now they can only run it in their own laptop. But if we run the whole several scripts at the end, we will have the proof and also the public inputs. And we run a script that we will have inputs for the smart contract for people to register. I know it's not as user-friendly right now, but we are working on to improve the user flow. So this is our front end homepage, and we can enter. And this, so right now I used a ETH address that's not being registered. So right here we need to put in the input. So after we put input, I click submit. I should be registered. It's taking some time, so I'm gonna use another account to demonstrate, like, after this person is being registered, he can start posting messages. I'll probably switch to another account. Okay. So I can say that DoraHacks is the best. So this person is being registered. We only see that the ID is this, the email suffix is the tesla.com, and he posted this message. And that's the demo. Yeah, so that concludes my presentation. Thank you guys again.
Thanks a lot, Alan, for sharing your project with us. I think it's a really great initiative. From me, I'm wondering if there are any specific industries or sectors that ZK Blind team has in mind to target or prioritize as potential users of your privacy solutions. Or like put it in another way, which industries or sectors do you think are most in need of such a secure and honest feedback loop?
That's a good question. As I think this is the future, like, for a lot of people to have like truly honest conversations. So some people doesn't trust that platform that much. They would hold back to say some truth to that platform. Because I know like there are some platforms similar to Blind in China, and so higher authorities, they could try to request what is the real user information, and they eventually will give up. So some people are scared of that. They don't want to say what's really in their mind. So maybe would be some industry that's kind of sensitive, that they really want to make sure that whatever they said not getting leaked, or the identity is not getting leaked. So they will probably be the first person that would adopt using this.
Sounds good. Very cool. Thanks a lot. I totally agree with what you're saying in regards to how important a secure and transparent channel is, just like what ZK Blind is building. Is there any more questions coming from the audience? Just give me a sec. No, I don't think so. So yeah, thanks a lot for sharing again.
Thank you.
I think we're coming up closer to time here. So it's time to wrap up today's demo sessions. Thanks so much to all the teams for taking your time to present. You guys have done a great job. The community voting round has already started. This round of community voting is also the first practice of anonymous Macy voting. Anyone with VC Dora will have 100 voice credits by default. So if you want to show your support to the 3 fantastic teams, welcome to vote for them on our website. And we are very much looking forward to the voting result. And I think it's very impressive to see talented projects and researchers who are actually devoted to Web3 development, regardless of the market conditions. So we really appreciate your time and effort for the industry. For the audience, thank you so much again for joining us today. If you have any further questions for the teams, please feel free to reach out to them directly, connect on socials, join their community, and try out their product. I believe they're more than happy to know you guys. Lastly, as I mentioned in the beginning, ETH Research Grant is a long-term grant and always open to submissions. So if you are a developer trying to build something innovative and amazing in the Ethereum ecosystem, you are more than welcome to join us. Not only do we offer funding, but we also provide follow-up support and resources for the top teams. So yeah, let's keep in touch. Best of luck to all the teams. Also for the audience, thanks for joining again. We'll see you soon. Have a good one. Bye.
Thanks, Dora, for organizing this. Nice day, everyone.
Thanks. Bye.